Good evening and welcome to Wrassle Cast with myself, Peter Metalhead, my ever lovely co-host.
Me, obviously Dark Vamp Raven. Hello, welcome back again. Listening, you people get to pleasure listening us through your ears. And today we have a special guest. We would have had two special guests, but sadly one of them couldn't join, unfortunately. But yeah, we have a special guest joining us with Wrassle Cast, and hopefully he'll be joining us hopefully through the pay-per-views while we discuss TLC. So welcome to Lee.
Hey guys.
Yeah, welcome to Lee. And the other person would have been Aaron. What? Yeah, I turned it down a little bit, yeah. Because I'm doing this. Sorry, go on. So today we're going to be on TLC, WWE TLC 2014. So, yeah, but before we do that, we had the diamond of doing the NXT TakeOver Revolution, isn't it? Is it Revolution?
Yeah, that's the one. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. It's Evolution. You know.
Evolution, yeah, or something. I just called it. Yeah. So, right, well, yeah, we'll go through that very quickly. And before I say, the other person joining us would have been Aaron Johnson, but he's not arrived today. But hopefully he'll join us for the Royal Rumble. So, right, so let's go.
We're going to bury Aaron for tonight. We've called Lee up from Developmental, the podcast Developmental.
But hopefully he'll be there. Due to problems, he couldn't be here. So sorry if you listen to this, Aaron. Sorry we had to go on without you, but we'll see you next week, next month, not next week, next time. That's fair. Right, so to go through NXT. It was just fantastic, wasn't it? I mean, it was I can't even just pronounce how fantastic it really was. We saw the debut of Kevin Steen, Kevin Owens, we saw what's the guy's name again? Finn Balor with again a face painted entrance. So let's quickly just go through the matches. So we start off with we see Kevin Owens versus CJ Parker.
Okay, yeah.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Now, I don't know about you, see what you think. What did you think of CJ Parker as a gimmick itself?
To be honest, I didn't really know much about his gimmick. I was like, what the hell is this? It was supposed to be like some random caveman or something like that. I couldn't really, because they didn't really explain much. The focus was made on Kevin Owens, wasn't it, for his debut, which... Yeah. Oh man, what he was doing in the ring was shocking. Yeah. Giant flip he did over the goddamn ropes. I was like, a man of that size should not be doing that.
No, but yeah, saying that though, Bam Bigelow used to do moonsaults, and the guy, he was quite a heavy set guy, wasn't he? And,
true.
But I mean, it just goes to show, it doesn't matter how I'm not gonna say the fat word, but how overly sized you are, you can still be quite athletic in the ring, So,
yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, exactly. So CJ Parker, again he does. Lee, what do you think of CJ Parker? Do you know him? Do you watch NXT much?
Yeah.
What do you think of his gimmick then?
I'm not so keen on him really. Not
so keen. What about wrestler wise? Do you think he's a good wrestler?
Yeah.
You're kind of thinking, I'll just go with for that. Yeah, I think he's an alright wrestler. The gimmick is obviously, it's obviously save the earth, that sort of thing. I think he's save the environment sort of thing. He comes out, obviously, Jack, if you haven't seen, he comes out with a different sign every day. Usually printing save our planet and recycle and stuff and so anything like that, all the other bollocks. But he did actually have a good match. It wasn't just a simple squash match. He did actually fight back against Kevin, and obviously Kevin gets ends up doing some cradle up and then slams on his knee and stuff. It was good. It was a good match. And then we move on.
He talked was nasty.
It was. It really was, because he end up bleeding, doesn't he? Kevin's cut open. Yeah, he broke his nose.
Yeah, there was a video on YouTube that came out not long after. It's of them stitching up his nose.
Oh, he actually broke his nose, because when he come out at the end with Sami Zayn, he still had blood on his nose and shit, and he actually got some blood on Sami Zayn as well, which was quite weird. So yeah, so we move. I didn't know he broke his nose. Fucking hell, wow. So second match, we move on. Lucha Dragons versus the correct me with this.
The Vaudevillains.
The Vaudevillains. Big fan of the Vaudevillains, not so much in the Lucha Dragons. I do like Kalisto because he's Sammy Day Soul. I'm sure someone correct me, from the indie days. So, yeah, that's it. So here we go. Lee knows a bit of that, because about the indies work. Yeah, so he's a good wrestler. Obviously, Hideko again has been filling for Sin Cara anyway. But this was not a bad match. I thought this was going to be the time the villains would take the belts, but it wasn't, unfortunately. Move on to Ty Dillinger versus Baron Corbin. Is it Corbin or Coben?
Corbin
Dallas.
Corbin Corbin Dallas, yeah, Corbin Dallas. Todd Dillinger versus Baron Corbin. Obviously, squash match. Baron Corbin crushes people, and obviously the crowd countdown. I think he got to 30 seconds, crushes him with the end of days, was a fantastic finisher, and Bull Dempsey ends up staring him down outside the ring. The Ascension, we move on to Ascension versus Hideo. Yeah, someone pronounce this guy's name for me.
Hideo Itami.
Akio Katami, thank you, translator.
Oh right, I always keep mispronouncing it. Hitomi Tanaka. Yeah.
Yeah, he's into there. It was like
in case that went over my fellow podcasters' heads, anyone listening knows that Hitomi Tanaka is a Japanese porn star.
Wow. Okay.
So I don't know if I was doing a racist joke or just doing a joke about how he's unmistakable the two names are.
Maybe we ask how you know he's a Japanese porn star, or is that for another podcast?
No, she's it's a she actually.
Oh, she.
And,
sorry, it's a she. Oh, it's a she.
And she has J cup breasts. That's all you need to know. Right. Well, I'm certainly going to be hashtagging this podcast with Tomi Tanaka. That'll get us a few views.
Oh my god, I can see how you know that now. Anyway, so his partner was Finn Balor, aka Prince Devitt, and again we see him for the first time in what was probably the most slammable for best entrance of the year.
Oh yeah.
He comes out dressed in the full makeup, in the full gear, which I didn't think he was going to do. I'm glad WWE got the rights to do this. So they have a fantastic match. I mean, obviously, you know, they're obviously going to kind of lose the Ascension. The Ascension are maybe coming forward now anyway, with the recent promos on SmackDown and Raw anyway. But yeah, that was a good match, finishing off with double foot stomp and stuff. But yeah, good match, worked by both of them. They all worked fantastically together. Next match was Charlotte, which I've spelt wrong, versus Sasha Banks for the I can never spell that name. But the women's title, I heard a lot of people on Twitter about this saying it was probably the best Divas match of all time. They both worked fantastically. It was awesome. I mean, it was good. I wouldn't have gone out there saying it was the best Divas match of all time, though. I mean, but
I'd say out of the last couple of months, it was easily the best Diva match the WWE's put on at all. You know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, Sasha Banks is a good wrestler. I mean, when I first saw the gimmick of this, I thought, it's just another snobby wrestler, you know, that doesn't really know much. But she's actually talented in the ring, so there we go.
Yeah, she's really got a father's eyes, hasn't she? It's
really
disturbing.
It is. So there we go. So obviously, again, I thought this was going to be another time where Sasha win the title and Charlotte goes forward, but it wasn't. Charlotte retains. And move on to the main event, and my God, this was the main event for all main events. We see Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville in the last time ever to Sami Zayn end of the road of redemption, or whatever the fuck he was calling it. In what was just brilliant match, really good thing to do, really good way to put it off. And of course, Sami Zayn wins the NXT Championship. Kind of a little bit obvious anyway, considering, you know, Neville had gone over twice anyway, and Neville, fucking hell, how long's Neville been holding that title for? Since March of last year?
March or April or something like that.
March or April of this year or last?
This year.
It
was the first event NXT did.
Yeah,
it was called a rival or something like that.
Yeah, he's been holding it for like a bloody long time. So about time. I mean, it's good to see if he go forward. I don't think he will go forward now, but it'd be good to see, you know, when someone drops the belt like that, they're going to go forward to Raw. So let's just hope he doesn't join Adam Rose's, you know, and the Rosebuds, because that'd be.
Or Bo Dallas, and I'm not seeing on Raw anymore at all.
Bo Dallas is injured actually. He has he had a broken ankle. He fucked his ankle up. Yeah, that was on WWE.com.
Oh, no worries. You know, he'll be back. You just have to believe.
Bo Leave, yeah, exactly. Speaking of Bo Leave, I actually got my Bo Leave t-shirt a couple of weeks back because I've been wanting one for a while. So yeah, but yeah, he's got an injured ankle. That's why he hasn't been on Raw. Speaking of that, Sheamus hasn't been seen for a while either. Actually, to be honest, since he lost.
Why are you complaining about that? That's a good thing.
I know it's a good thing. Yeah, I'm just saying. I take a bit of interest when wrestlers don't really show up for. I like Fandango. I was getting kind of worried where the fuck he went, but he came back and now he's probably doing an even worse gimmick than what he was doing before. But you know, there we go. I mean, I suppose it gives Rose. Well, no, I like the gimmick he was doing before, but this one, you know, the new aggressive Fandango, you know, it's just an excuse for Rosa Mendes just to dance around it, if I'm being honest. So there we go.
And my God, she can not dance.
Anyways.
Sorry, what? Sorry, I had two of you speak at the same time. So, Ego and then Jack go. What did you say?
Rosa Mendes is awful, anyways.
Awful.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say as well. Yeah, great man, something like. She cannot dance for shit. I mean, fair enough. I can't dance for shit, but fucking hell, that woman is just stiff as a goddamn board.
That's true, but well, like I say, she probably gets most men stiff as a ball rather than dancing like that. But then, yeah, it could be worse though, man. It could be better. It could be Eva Marie doing it. You can't get much worse than that. I mean, come on. I mean, that woman, that diva is just beyond disgraceful, Eva Marie. But there we go. Right, so yeah, overall, NXT Taker our Revolution, fantastic. Probably most people say most of the best pay per view of the year. Not even though it wasn't the main brand one, but I mean it was good pay per view. NXT are doing well, so it's a shame these aren't coming to DVD like officially, which kind of die a little bit inside knowing that, because I'd rather show my daughter later on in life, you know, you want to go take you back to 2014 when NXT put on this like amazing pay per view when Sami Zayn finally went over, you know, but no, it didn't happen.
I'm sure they might do eventually, and if not, by the time your daughter's old enough, I'm sure the network will be out over here by then, if WWE hasn't folded as a company by that point.
I have no idea what's going on about the network. I have literally no sodden idea what's going on. I haven't read anything literally at the moment what's going on, any updates on that, so I think they're just going to keep us in the dark.
Either.
Yeah, I think they're just going to literally they might just keep us in the dark just for the screw of it, just to think, they'll just forget about the network. Yeah, even though it's mentioned every week on Raw, you know, screw you. Anyway, moving on. We move on to WWE TLC 2014, which probably could be the only pay-per-view where I'm going to give a 4/5 because it was good, but it wasn't good at the same time.
Yeah.
It had its up, or I think Lisa did best really. It had its ups and it had its downs. So, yeah. So let's move on to it. So actually no, Jack can do this because you seem to always know the kickoff. I didn't know the kickoff this time.
Neither did I, unfortunately. I missed the kickoff, but luckily I have the information here thanks to this handy thing known as Wikipedia.
Which are kind of making you pay at the moment.
Did you see it, Lee?
New Day versus Goldust and Stardust.
Again, really? Oh, they're really overdoing that now, to be honest. But there we go. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. Speaking of that, what do you guys think of the New Day? Good or not?
All three of them together, those guys are fucking hilarious. You've seen any of those backstage videos they've done? They're usually on the WWE app or something like that, or the YouTube channel WWE has. I can't really explain even right now because you'd have to actually watch them yourself to get them, but they're fucking always hilarious.
They did a funny one on SmackDown about saying that Big E sweats too much, and then he said, it's a problem. Yeah. It's a problem. Yeah. So that was kind of like hilarious. So okay, New Day versus I'm assuming it was 2-on-2 or 3-on-2 or what was it, or did they have a
2-on-2?
2-on-2. So which part? Who of the New Day was fighting?
Big E and Kofi.
Big E and Kofi. It's kind of actually weird to see Big E being all friendly and jolly, considering. So I'm used to seeing him a heel a lot of the time. So, but okay, so So none of us saw the match then?
No.
No, sorry. Did they see the match? Unfortunately.
Yeah. So who won? I'm assuming the New Day won.
Yeah.
Okay, New Day won. Okay, so New Day won. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Did we have any special guests on the panel? I don't think we did, did we? It was just literally Riley and Booker T, I think, for this time.
And Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman's on the panel as well this time? Really?
Yep.
Maybe. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't know. But okay, fair enough. Anyway, so moving on, we start with Ziggler and Luke Harper and another match, opening contest. I thought I was a little bit cringe with. I thought, okay, it's my second favourite match of the night, and that opening with it. A little bit mad about that, but to be fair, they have opened before with some fantastic matches on the first card, so you can't really deny. But yeah, this match was. It was brutal.
Oh yeah, extremely brutal.
We had blood. They couldn't even tend to Ziggler's blood. They were trying to. Yeah, there was blood. There was brutalness. There was ladder shots. There was spots. There was just. This worked so well, and the most cringeable thing is when Luke Harper did that suicide dive and then lands straight on that ladder on his arm, and you can see right in his face the pain and agony that he was in for that one.
Yeah, and being someone myself who's actually broken around like that, like by landing on it, not by jumping out of the ring, but just by falling off on it. That was the most horrible thing for me, the excruciating thing for me to watch. Just like the Sid Vicious leg break video.
Oh please no! Oh god, I can't. I can't even watch that anymore.
Yeah.
It's just I've seen it once, that was enough time.
So he's really fucking lucky he didn't break his arm.
Yeah, or do his quad in. Well, that's just Kevin Nash. Lee, you've obviously seen the Sid Vicious leg break video. Obviously, you must have seen that video. The video. Yeah. Hello. What?
Oh, horrible.
Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah, it was. It was just. It was cringeworthy, man. Very cringeworthy. But yeah, so there was some brutal stuff. Luke Harper landed on that ladder, just made me cringe. Like fucking some other shots as well. When Luke pushed like Ziggler off the ladder and he fell, I was just thinking, Ziggler, sometimes you got to hold back performing so well, man, because you know you're gonna get those concussions, you know, more again. Speaking of concussions, going back to NXT, we saw Corey Graves as the announcer. Kind of sucks. His doctor might have told him that he might have to retire due to his concussion being too bad. Kind of makes me sad in pants like this because Corey Graves is one of my favourites, but I suppose when it happens, you know what I mean? So you can't do anything like that. But what else happened? Anything else? I think Ziggler ended up Harper put Ziggler on the ladder and then did a catapult into the rope, which actually busted Ziggler's head open, which was actually quite funny. Yeah, man, it was just brutal, but I'm going to say it was a disappointment. I had a little disappointment. The disappointment was Dolph Ziggler winning back the title, and you're probably going to go, oh, why Raven? It was a good match. Yes, it was a good match, guys. It was, but the fact Dolph Ziggler won it back kind of annoyed me because I liked seeing Harper with the belt. I want to see new people with these titles and not just give them back to the people again. And so it was kind of a little bit annoyed me that Ziggler won it back. I mean, were you two alright with that?
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, when Luke Harper won it, I was like, wow, that's cool that Luke Harper's won it, but I was also like, oh, come on, Ziggler's just got it back recently, you know, and they just, like, whack it on Harper, like, randomly. Not that I thought Harper as a champion was a cool idea, just give Ziggler a fucking bit of a title run, you know, a proper one, you know.
A long run.
Yeah. Not just hot potato it back and forth, you know.
Yeah.
So in that respect, I suppose I do agree with you, Raven. It's but yeah, Ziggler getting the title back, I'm not miffed about. You know, because if anything, they'll probably do a whole program with Ziggler and Harper for the next couple of months.
Yeah, I mean, they may do. I mean, they're probably going to both be in the Rumble, so if they fight each other out, they probably might fight each other out. But yeah, I mean, it was just, I don't know, man. Like Lee said, I obviously want him to have a long run as well because they just keep hot potatoing it back again and again. But I just prefer people to see new faces. That's why when Rusev won the US title, I mean, okay, it's Rusev, whatever. People can slag him off if they want. It was good because not only did Irish Sheamus lose that title, you know, it finally goes to a wrestler that's actually more talented than he is. You know, so Ziggler winning it back, not overly fond about that, but I don't know. I'm just hoping Luke Harper doesn't catapult it the next day. But yeah, Ziggler is an amazing talent regardless, and it's good to see him holding any belt. You know, I think he should be going for the WWE World at some point. But you know, I suppose as long as Lesnar and Cena are in the picture, that's probably never going to happen, unfortunately. So, which sucks. So there we go. So the match goes back and forth. Both men gaining control. Both men work the match obviously really well, as you can see. And just a brutal TLC match, and I think it was reported on WWE.com about a lot of these men had quite a lot of injuries. They had to have staples and like stuff put into them, stitches and stuff. So, I mean, that's what you get though. I mean, that's literally what it is. So, which sucks.
It's because there was a rumours going around backstage. I read on dirt sheets, of course.
Yes. Dirt sheet alert. Yeah.
That's if you're not familiar with that, Lee, that's Raven's catchphrase whenever I bring up dirt sheets or something. What was it? Yeah, apparently a lot of the performers at TLC, they were like, you know, they really wanted to pull out all the stops and shit, you know, to, you know, because NXT Revolution was, you know, showing them up and shit. So I think that's why, like fucking Luke and Harper and Ziggler just like took it like a bit too far, you know, it's like really over the top brutality and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Harper meant to land on the ladder like with his arm like that. I don't think it was just a matter of the spot was he was supposed to suicide dive, and the fact is that the ladder was under him at the time. I don't think.
No. Well, I mean, that one aside, you see all the fucking welts and like small cuts that each other had all over the bodies and shit. It's just
exactly. See, wrestling's fake now, you fuckers. You know, exactly. So, but I mean, obviously, it's just sometimes when you see Ziggler being pushed off the ladder, you can see maybe he might be overselling a bit too much, and overselling can get himself like injured, you know what I mean? I know there was this thing of putting on a good match, and Triple H said it himself in his DVD, you know, when the adrenaline's kicking and stuff, you know, you can't sometimes but not but think and but just do what's best for business, you know, and stuff like that. But you know, there is doing that and doing what's best for you. You got to take care of yourself in the ring, you know. But Ziggler's always been a great performer. So yeah, there we go. Right, oh my god. I've just lost the page. Hang on 2 seconds. My God.
Well, just like the WWE 2K15 DLC didn't.
Yeah, not that quiet. But there we go. Tell you what, Lee, why don't you talk us through the next match while I try and get this back up?
It was a tag team title match between the Usos, Damien Mizdow and The Miz.
It was. Indeed it was, and I've just been text messages, and it wasn't who I thought it was going to be. Yes, it was the tag team title match, yes. And what did we think about that?
Oh my God, no. Well, Miz and Damien Mizdow were, on par as whatnot. I just fed up of seeing Usos in a tag title match. Basically back and forth. Oh, Uso crazy, do jump out tag or whatever, blah 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 blah, and then that's it. That's literally every fucking Uso match ever.
Yeah, pretty much.
But Miz and Mizdow, of course, Mizdow be doing the fucking hilarious. You see that handstand he was doing on the outside of the ring.
Oh, hilarious.
Yeah.
It was good.
So the problem I have with I have a tag team with a gimmick in it I like against the tag team I can't stand. So to me, the match ended up as okay-ish at best.
To be fair, being honest, it was just a basic tag team match, wasn't it? Really? I mean, it wasn't like it was just. Let's just be honest. It was basically a Raw style tag match. There was nothing special involved other than more Sandow comedy. It was a simple Mizdow got a DQ to go over. And but so you don't like the Usos, but you do not think they're talented? I mean, I think they are.
I'm not saying they're talented. I'm just saying they're basically the tag equivalent of Cena.
Yeah, I mean, or the Irish Sheamus, but yeah, I mean, I guess they are. But to be fair, when you think about it, they're only one of the best running teams going right now. Other than this, when the Ascension comes forward, they'll hopefully maybe be decent. But other than the Usos, who else can you think can't be in the minute is a currently running good tag team? I mean, there's not many.
The Dust Brothers.
Yeah, Golden Stardust, yeah, I suppose, but they've had their title.
I mean, they're awesome. They just problem is they don't bother giving them any much of a like proper backstage, any proper character development other than the odd bit of like, I'm talking about a cosmic key now. I don't know why.
Let's push fingers together.
Yeah, but there we are. I mean, well, thing is, it's obvious WWE don't give two flying fucks about the tag division, so
No, they don't. They really don't. And obviously we've got the New Day now coming up as a new kind of, not really a tag team, they're more or less a stable kind of faction kind of team, but they've still got the New Day. But there isn't that many teams in like WWE really now anymore, and yeah, you are right, they don't really give a shit about the tag team division. But yeah, so basic match. Lee, what do you think? Basic tag match, bit more better, bit good. What do you think?
Yeah, basic tag match.
Basic tag match
with a finish.
Yeah, but it was alright for the finish. Get himself DQ'd. I mean, like, yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. The finish of the Ziggler match, of him super kicking him off the ladder, was actually quite a good end. Actually, sorry we didn't mention that, so I thought I'd mention that now. So yeah. So move on, Mr. Jack. What was the next one?
It was Big Show versus Eric Rowan in a fucking steel stairs match.
I just wanted to say that.
Yes, and you know what the funny thing was? For the last couple of months, the last few weeks, the wrestling page I go on, Square Circle on Reddit, everyone said like TLC plus S, like TLC and Stairs. Yeah. I thought that was just a joke. Then when I fucking started the pay-per-view up, WWE have actually tagged that on. It's like,
I know.
I thought that was just an internet.
Have done it.
I just thought that was an internet joke. Oh my god.
I know. It's TLC, tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs. I was thinking, are they really doing this? Really?
Yeah.
Like, to really give it value of just using this. And then before the stairs match, they do some like little description of how steel the stairs are and how heavy they are. And
they completely lie about the fucking weight of the stairs.
Yeah, just like basically putting the stairs over. It's just like these stairs, you see them every bloody week. It's just like, what is the bloody difference? So despite WWE's horrible Klingons, despite them trying to put over a match that clearly won't even work, the match wasn't actually too bad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna completely slag it off. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I thought it would have been a lot worse. I think the ending was still shit, but apart from that, the rest of the match was alright.
Yeah, I think Big Red, or aka Eric Rowan, I think he could have gotten over other than the Big Show. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming the Big Show's now feuding with Roman Reigns after what happened in the match coming up and the next match coming up. But yeah. So it wasn't a bad match. But then again, you got two heavy set people. Again, they can't do a lot, but they did use the stairs to a degree. They threw each other into a ballad of stairs, and Rowan used to battered him down and stuff like that. I actually put in the review here, it was a 4 out of 10 Bret Hart style, this match, I thought. So they did actually use some pretty creative ways with stairs, sticking it between the thing. I'm not going to lie, I mean, there was creativity. Whoever wrote the script for this match did try their best to try and make this match stand out. I really hope they don't do this again next year, and I really hope that stairs is not a trend that goes on. I really hope it's not, but there we go. So, but yeah, it was okay for all it's worth. I mean, it was like trying to ride your bike for the first time. You're going to have those wobbly turns, but you get them in the end. I think this is what this match was personally. I thought without the stabilisers, it went alright. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen, but again, it was wrong. Big Show punched him. Obviously, KO punches Rowan and then pins him with the stairs. Not like he needed to do anyway, because it's called the KO punch, But anyway, let's just hold the stairs on the bloke just in case, everyone decides to, whiff back to life after being punched by a 400-pound giant. So, WWE logic for you.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. It's a steel stairs match, but do the steel stairs actually factor into the rules?
I don't know. I mean, I got to a point where I thought Michael Cole said you had to pin the other guy with the stairs on top. I thought, no, that's just fucking ridiculous, because you don't pin each other with the table and the chairs in the other matches, do you?
It's like with that thing we've gone out about a few times in our podcast before, the SummerSlam flag match. It's like, what rules are it? Then it turns out, it's just pinfall, and the whole thing of it being a flag match is you get to wave your flag at the end.
Yeah, which was not explained at all this year. It just it was not explained. We just thought it was a simple, it's on a pole, take it down. Nope, apparently you win and then you get to sing the national anthem. That was never explained at SummerSlam. Yeah. I don't give a shit what anyone said.
You could have just done that on a normal match if you both brought your flags down and you just, one of them wins and then you could just do that anyway. It's like, oh, God. Too much, what's the word? Too many cooks spoil the broth and creative, basically.
I know, it was just too weird. Yeah. But yeah, stair match. Lee, what do you think? Stair match, yay, nay? They pulled it off well. They didn't do it. What do you think?
5 out of 10.
5 out of 10, really? So you thought it held up for what it was worth?
Yeah.
What about Big Show winning? What call? Or do you think Big Red should have won instead?
No, Big Show should have lost.
Big Show should have lost. Yeah, well, I mean, Rowan's an upcoming star, you know what I mean? So obviously he needs to go over. I mean, Luke Harper's doing well going over. He's already won the title and already lost it. But Big Red kind of, I don't know. I'm assuming now Big Show's feuding with someone else. So it's just weird to see. Anyway, moving on. What was our next one? It was John Cena and Seth Rollins in a say again, sorry. Tables match, and I'm going to get Jack to talk through this one because I have a feeling he's going to have a better explanation than both of us. But take it away.
Okay. John Cena is terrible. Seth Rollins is somebody amazing. He's burying at the minute.
It's horrible.
Actually, to be fair, the match was okay, but I think very overly long. And then the fucking screwy finish, which was annoying. If we didn't have that screwy finish, it would have been, I'd say, 6 out of 10, something like that. But yeah, it was your basic back and forth John Cena, rest hold, the odd occasions, Rollins will do some like cool flippy shit, and then and then basically 5 moves of doom, and then like
cheap shot Cena.
Yeah. And then it was pretty entertaining a bit. What was it? Cena put Rollins to a table, but the ref was like out at the time, was he? And then
he was out.
Yeah, J&J come in, like remove the table, and he's like, no, nothing happened here.
Nothing happened here. Let's just remove the evidence. Yeah. But then J&J actually take a double AA through a table like later on, so that kind of crippled them. Not to cripple them, but to take them out. So
fucking hell, it's just as well like fucking they aren't actually main members of the roster, because otherwise that would just be burial time right there.
I mean, they were going to get involved. It was obviously they were going to get involved. It was an ODQ match, so it was obviously no obvious factor that they were going to get involved. So,
I mean, personally, I think they're a great comedy heel group.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad for what it's worth. Yeah, they obviously, Seth Rollins, but like Hell in the Cell, he forced them up the cell, and Seth didn't go up the cell himself. You know what I mean? So it was quite weird. So
Patterson and Briscoe, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are.
The New Stooges.
Pretty much are, yeah. So.
And then after all that, I can't remember much of it because whenever you try and write notes for a Cena match, you can't remember anything that he fucking does, just because it's John Cena. But after fairly
out to Cheap Shot Cena.
Oh yeah, nice one. I completely forgot about that.
and then Roman Reigns came to save the day. Pretty much.
Yes, he did. He came to save the day. And guess what? I had a lovely Paul Butcher. You are a complete bastard because you spoiled that for me. And by saying that, I did like the fact Roman Reigns got booed. So if you're listening to this, you can burn in hell. No, I'm joking. But he did spoil it for me. He did kind of say about Roman Reigns coming back. I assumed it was either going to be Orton or Reigns coming back for this match because I knew Cena was clearly not going to win on his own. He was clearly going to have someone else go over for himself. So basically Cena wins the match. He doesn't see the table. They both fall through two tables. And it ends in a draw. They do the typical, Cena won, no, Seth won, no, fuck this shit, the match is restarting. I said from the start that it was going to end in a draw, but no, it restarted. Came back again, Big Show comes down, don't even know really why, just thinks, hey, I'm the Big Show, and I'm just going to get involved for no apparent reason, It's just like, okay, whatever, So was you going to say something there?
No, I was just going to say, why the fuck did he come down?
Exactly. It's
no reason or explanation to it whatsoever, it's like...
It's just like, I feel confident after beating Big Red. Let me go cripple someone else, So, I think it might be because obviously it's Cena with the authority and stuff. That could have been a good reason. I don't know. But so he comes down and of course by God, out of nowhere, it's Roman Reigns. It's Roman Reigns who said apparently he would be back a month later. And he was. It was actually a month later from Survivor Series. So, I actually had forgotten that. But, there we go. So, so he comes back. Punches Big Show, spears him through the table, punches Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins goes up, he goes through the table. There we go. So it's typical match, I suppose. So but it was it was. I don't know how to think it really. I mean, in its own way, it kind of held up to a point. But I think what you said about being long, I think that was really a really good example. This match should have been. It should have definitely been a bit more shorter than what it was. And personally, I think should have ended in a draw, personally, because that way Cena would obviously have still got the shot at the title, and then obviously Seth Rollins wouldn't have to basically job to him, So, but of course, they was going to do John Cena and Brock Lesnar one last time. I already knew this. It was already confirmed. Don't shoot alert. It was already confirmed by fucking, spoiler sites that they were going to do it one more time anyway. So there we go. So we get John Cena and Brock Lesnar apparently for the final time at the Royal Rumble. And
we're filming it. The final confrontation.
Yeah, exactly. Are we going to see 18 German suplexes? 25 German suplexes? Hell, let's go to 100 German suplexes. Why not?
I hope so. I really, oh my God, please do not let John Cena get the title back. I mean, to be honest, unfortunately, I'm stuck in the middle here, because when Brock Lesnar beat the living fuck out of Cena, in the ultimate squash match ever, at SummerSlam, I was ecstatic. I was orgasmic, really. And then it's been it's been fucking stupid that they kept him off TV for 3 months. The title's not been there either. So it's just like I'm still kind of torn in the middle. But I don't want Cena to get it more than I don't want Brock to keep it because he won't turn up again. It's just because we're talking about fucking Cena becoming a 16-time champion. So that'll finally. Yeah, exactly. We don't want that, because, Ric Flair is as a demented individual, an alcoholic he may be, he's still a better wrestler than Cena as ever was.
Is he still drinking, Ric Flair?
I don't know. I just assume he is.
Because I assume Kurt Angle hit the drink quite a lot, and I got told, that he kind of quit it for a while, and I don't know if he still hit the drink or hit the booze, and I don't know.
No.
He's cleaned up, is he? Yeah, about time, Fucking anyway. So, well, that's a good point. Valid point, yeah. So So I've got the match in the background. I was kind of half concentrating to that. Good point. It really is. If it kind of, you were right about this match. It kind of went two-sided, but again, when you think about it, when it comes to John Cena, Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble, you've got to think about Seth Rollins. You've got to think that he's probably going to try and cash in, I reckon.
And
if
then,
anything,
like Night of Champions, they'll do some stupid bullshit where like he's actually cashed in the thing, but they say, oh no, he didn't cash it in because the bell didn't ring or something stupid.
Yeah,
like
but at the end of the day, Seth's only got till July to cash that in. You know, at the end of the day, he's only got until literally next July to do it, which is only a couple months away. So, I mean, and he hasn't had many successes. Well, he hasn't had many chances to cash in, has he, really?
You know what they could do? Because they've never done it at WrestleMania. They could have... Because obviously it looks like the plans might be Reigns wins the Royal Rumble and then he goes over Brock Lesnar to get the championship. They should totally have Seth fucking cash in right after that if, Reigns wins. That'd be fucking awesome, yeah.
I mean, I can that's a good idea. Worst I can see is John Cena wins and then Seth Rollins cashes in and then gets the title that way. I mean, I think he's going to have to start cashing sooner or later, and I can't honestly see him cashing in on Brock Lesnar and beating him properly. Unless Brock Lesnar was physically, it was a last man standing match. John Cena crippled him and then he did the typical thing and came down. But I can't physically see Seth Rollins from now until then cashing in. I reckon Brock will have to drop the title first, and then that's how Seth Rollins is going to do it. I think personally that's how it's going to be. So
that's true. Well, like you said, that would just, in a storyline wise, that would be perfect. Like a full circle thing of like Shield breaking up, Reigns gets the title, then all of a sudden Seth Rollins comes out of nowhere and like takes the title right off him.
Yeah, it'll be good. Yeah,
be hell of a memorable ending to WrestleMania. Could it get any worse than the ending to WrestleMania 27? Nah, of course not.
I just don't like how Roman Reigns has just basically got a firecracker up his arse and they're shooting him to the top of the ladder straight away. I mean, Roman Reigns probably is going to win the Royal Rumble, despite the fact I want Daniel Bryan to come back, be a surprise return, number 30, boom, knee shot, he's won the Rumble. I'd love to see that. No one knows how he's next actually doing. But it would be nice to see, But it would be good to see, But I mean, I think Reigns is going. I think they're just putting him on. I think they're putting him too much on a pedestal here. I have no offense to Roman Reigns. I like the guy. He is good talent. I know people who don't like him, but he hasn't been solo for very long right now. He's only been a couple of months since he split from the Shield. He just got injured. He just come back from injury. I think he's already going to win the Royal Rumble. He's already going to probably go to WrestleMania. Probably win the title at WrestleMania, if not next year's WrestleMania. Anyway, I just think they need to slow it down a bit. I mean, do you two not see this? I mean, is it just me here?
No, I agree with you. I think he's entertaining, but yeah, the way they are just pushing him like insanely is probably a bit too much too soon.
I just don't want all the haters on this video to say, oh, you just don't like talent when you just don't know talent when you see it. Yeah, but I love NXT, so first of all, fuck you. Yeah. And second, I'm not saying Roman Reigns isn't talented. He is. He's very talented. I just don't think, Bray Wyatt, they're clearly amazingly talented wrestler, but there's a reason why they're not pushing him towards Brock Lesnar right now, because you need to wait. It's like when you put a flower into the ground, you can't expect it to come up in 2 weeks. You don't, unless you're Minecraft, you can just put some bone meal on it. It feels like to me they're putting bone meal on to Roman Reigns and pushing him, making him grow, because I don't know, he probably will be a good champion, but let's just wait a little while, wait a little while, let him develop into more of a character. For one, he needs to get better on the microphone first.
Yeah, did you see the promo he did right after the backstage one where he basically fucked up every single line he did and then muttered everything else, bleed that. And he just did this really long fucking pause and then just tries to do like a Robert De Niro face, and it's like, oh dear. Like I said, I think he's quite entertaining. I did mark out a few times, like during those the Shield versus Wyatt matches and Shield versus Evolution matches earlier this year. When he jumps in, like starts doing a Superman punch and doing that fucking. What's that kick call he does? When they're out in the outside apron, and he like just runs up and just like does that perfect, just like
I don't even know if that's even got one. You can do that on WWE 2K15. I haven't even done that yet. I don't even know how you do that. I think you need to store 3 finishes, but yeah, I don't think that's got a name really. I'm assuming it's called the Roman Reigns side head kick or something like that. I don't really know. But yeah, so go on. What you gonna say?
No, that's it. It's like, as I said, I think he's quite entertaining.
Yeah.
Not on the mic, of course, but yeah.
I just think he needs to, work on that mic skills a bit. Work on it. Like.
So we can talk good like what we do on this thing that we are being.
Let's talk like Randy Orton like most of the time. But he needs to work on it, and I just think they need to cool him down. You can hate me all you want. I'm not saying that Roman Reigns is a bad wrestler. I am saying the guy's talented, and I am saying that if he gets a title, he will take it to great lengths. He will be a good champion. I want to see that one day. I want to see Bray Wyatt champion one day. I want to see Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins champion one day. We waited a long time to see Sami Zayn champion. So big things come to those who wait. And that's all I'm going to say on the matter. And Chelsea just scored. There we go. Sorry. Right.
You're watching football whilst we're talking about real sports.
I've got it, Michelle. We've got it on in the background. So this podcast was going over. I'm not supporter of either Derby or Chelsea, but I wanted to watch this anyway. But I'm concentrating on this, obviously. So moving on. One of
you guys take this because I am not fucking touching any more Nikki Bella shite.
Okay, I was going to say something before that. Lee can take the Divas match, but still, he can take them out for dinner. No, I'm joking. So he comes back, spears you for the table, so Cena wins, blah, blah, blah. So it's now sets up Cena versus Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. Yeah, there we go. What was I going to say? Okay, so Royal Rumble promo airs first. We see a Royal Rumble promo air. I can't remember how the promo goes. But still a bit of that. We move on to the next match of a match that Lee will now take away. Take away, Lee.
And that was the WWE Divas title match between AJ Lee and Nikki Bella.
Yes, and if you've listened to any previous podcast before, Jack is a massive hater of the Bella Twins, and I can't blame him really. And he did a massively good rant on one of the podcasts about certain surgery and how the pain was more better than what it is, the painful promos that Nikki Bella did during the feud. They even tried to cover up themselves. They even had an interview saying like, how have you forgiven your sister after all this time? But blood is thicker than water, Renee, and all that other shit. And that was just a really bad impression, but there we go. So they just have this feud, and then they just get back together again, which is think is bullshit. So go on, Lee, analyse the match, give thoughts and opinions, because we ain't really touching this one. So you can do this one. So go on. What do you think? Opinions? What do you think? What happened?
Well, it was a pretty solid match. It was. I really like that. The finish, a very good homage to Rick the Model Martel. His arrogance, perfume.
Yeah, and it ends up spraying. Yeah, she ends up spraying her in the face, doesn't she, for the end? Yeah, sort of thing.
Tell me more. I'm
so she ends up spraying her in the face, elbows her, and then does the rack attack, which is a really awkward name considering she's got fake breasts now, which I think is quite funny. But there we go. And then Nikki Bella wins, and Lamore did shoot alert. It's like, AJ Lee's leaving after TLC, because she totally left us as Survivor Series, didn't she? Yeah, the fucking idiots. Yeah. Maybe she's gonna leave after the Royal Rumble. Maybe she's gonna be in the Royal Rumble, win it, and go to WrestleMania as well. Maybe CM Punk will come back. Lol. Whatever. AJ Lee, I'm pretty sure, is not going anywhere anytime soon. Whatever her husband does, whatever. I know we're still chanting fucking CM Punk on Raw, which again hoping that would die down eventually. The man who's now going to DC comic books in 2015 now. So there we go. He's doing everything really. He's had the perfect job, Mr. Phil Brooks has. He's done wrestling all his life. He's now working for 2 comic book industries which he loves. You know what I mean? This is a man who can't turn and say I hate my life, because he just can't. To be honest, he just can't say that. So there we go.
Yeah, not anymore. Yeah.
Well, not anymore, no. But I mean, despite all the injury and pain WWE put him through, but again, he still can't say it. So, good match, goodish match, I suppose. Probably not even good. Right, and then we now move on to the worst match of the year, and we now move on to the Slammy Award for the worst match of the year. And the nominees are Kane and Ryback in a chairs match. There's no more nominees. That is just it. And they win. Literally. This match was fucking awful. Oh my god. I think I'd rather listen to my mother-in-law talk for 2 hours about how much she loves Jamie Oliver than listen and watch this match again. It was a chairs match between Kane and Ryback. And of course, it wasn't even remotely using the chairs able to beat down the other guy. They wasn't creative like in the stairs match or in the tables match. They beat them down, and then Ryback gets the win. Do you two want anything to say on this? Because if not, let's just move on.
Yeah, you got anything, Lee? Because I didn't actually watch this match, because usually my piss break or sig match is the Diva match, but strangely enough this time it was this match for me. So
No.
You sat through the Diva match. Wow, you sat through Nikki Bella retaining the Diva title. Wow, that must have been pretty hard for you.
Yeah, it was pretty hard. Yeah, but luckily I just beat it into submission till white stuff came off of my hand. But enough about my
personal life.
Enough about my childhood.
Saturday night. So you didn't watch it. So Lee, you obviously saw it. What do you think?
Nah, rubbish.
Rubbish.
Yeah.
Well, rubbish is just a polite way of putting it away. It was, to be honest with you, mate. I'd use quite a few choice selection of words that probably would not make this PG podcast a PG. Not that it is anyway. Fucking anal cunt, you know. So there we go.
For fuck's sakes, Raven, what's your cunting language, you twat?
God damn it, man! Fuck you. Yeah. But yeah. So it wasn't. It was just weak based match. All they did was beat each other down with a chair. That's all they did. Kane did a choke slam a couple of times. Ryback used the clothesline from hell, did the shell shock and gets the win. Didn't even do a finisher on the chair or anything. So basically, they get the Sammy Award for probably the worst match of the year. So unfortunately, there we go. We move on to what do we move on to? Hang on, I just need to check something very quickly. Actually, what? Go on.
United States title match.
United States title match. Yes, I was just trying to check how long the podcast was into, and I can't see that. Anyway, United States title match with Rusev and Jack Swagger. I don't know what it is. They had an 8-match limit card, and like literally towards the end of this pay-per-view, they really just thought, let's just put the dung on, let's just put the shit on towards the end. I mean, why couldn't we have not started with Rusev and Swagger, and we just get it over with? Or why couldn't it have not been second on the card, and not have the tag team match later? So Rusev and Swagger. Same old shit, different day. Basically, before this happened, Rusev attacked Zeb Coulter backstage 2 weeks ago on Raw, which apparently he actually was having surgery. If you follow him on Twitter, you'll see that he actually had a photo of him in a wheelchair having surgery.
I thought you were going to say having in a wheelchair having sex. Then I was like, what?
Having sex. Well, there was a woman beside him. I mean, I don't know what they did. I mean, it looked like a nurse. It could have been his wife if he has a wife. I don't really know. So yeah. So,
his wife can jump his borders any day.
Jump those borders. Really. But yeah, another wasn't really a good match. Another short one. Another basically Rusev dominating and Swagger obviously try. Another one where if Swagger had won and finally given the belt to a decent person, it would have been good. But no, we didn't see that. Fights out the ankle lock. Swagger fights back, super kicks, then does the second finisher again, which obviously Swagger taps out. Didn't feel anything during this match, and obviously Swagger should have won the belt. So unless you two have got any comments on this, we can move on again.
No. It's basically copy-paste this match they had at SummerSlam, minus the flag stipulation, even though that was bollocks, but still.
Yeah, basically copy-paste in the script. Well done. Yeah. So now, we move on to what I feel could have been an amazing match, but probably was just fall short of 7 out of 10 this match. People said it was good, people said it was really good. I didn't think it was like amazing this match, but it was good, it was really good this one. We move on to Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt in a TLC match, and I can already hear that man jizzing, because it's Bray Wyatt.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, my headset's up really now. Yeah. So,
that from here.
Yeah, I know. So here we go. So, right, before we discuss this, I actually wrote a list of nearly every spot which happened in this match. But before we go through the spots, awesome match. Wouldn't you agree? Good match, this was?
I fucking loved it. Yeah.
Fucking loved it. You did say to me on Facebook that it was fucking amazeballs, I think the word was. Amazeballs?
Yep. Yeah, it was either amazeballs or awesome sauce. It was one or the other. Yeah.
Pretty sure it was amazeballs. I don't remember you saying awesome sauce because I think, what a gimp.
Well, it's just that they're my two go-to phrases for describing, the awesomeness as well, because I was bloody shocked it was the main event, because I assumed it was going to be Cena and Rollins in a table match to be the main event, but when that came on halfway through the pay-per-view, I thought, what the fuck? Are they doing a swerve like Hell in a Cell, when like Cena and Orton was turned out to be the mid card Hell in a Cell match, and then all of a sudden Dean Ambrose and Rollins are in the main event, and it's like, oh my. So I was just like, finally we're getting some young new talent pushed to where they fucking should be in the main event.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it was kind of surprising to see Dean and Seth in the main event in Hell in a Cell. I mean, it was still like really surprising we saw that. But I mean, I suppose it had to be of how fucking awesomely fantastic that Hell in a Cell match was. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I mean, I know that was Dean and Seth and not Dean and Bray Wyatt, but still the point is, you know, they obviously went to the main event, which is still, you know, good to see. I mean, they could have put, oh my god, imagine they put the chairs match on as the main event. Oh, that would have been bad. Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't watched any of the. I've not watched Raw for the past few weeks. Just I've either not had time or like I've like heard the results of it, and then I hear like it's just I've not really missed out. But I missed the entire build up for this match. But the view video was pretty cool. I've missed out on. Apparently, was it Dean Ambrose like destroyed Bray Wyatt's shirt, and it was like the first thing that's like truly affected Bray Wyatt. You know, 'cause he was like, "That's the chair, you know, my sister was in." You know.
Yeah, and during this, he managed to get a chair onto Dean Ambrose's throat, and he slammed it into the steel steps to get him back for destroying the chair. And then basically, Dean Ambrose pretty much did the same to him, but beat him down with the chair. So they built the feud up really well. They really did build the feud up really well. I didn't like the whole. I kind of like the whole destroying the chair thing, but I didn't because at the same time, I don't know if he's really using that chair anymore as a gimmick. I think he hasn't had the chair since he destroyed it. You know, I can't see why he can't just go to IKEA, you know, and buy another one. But
because Raven, you don't understand. The chair does not have the same thing that. I really should have thought this through before I started improving. You know, because it doesn't have, you know, because if it goes to IKEA to get a chair, it won't have the same Sister Abigail smell to it. I didn't mean it like that, you fucking sickos.
Yeah, that sounded as well as it came off, but there we go. But yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, but still, I mean, one would be, you know, the memorable chair, you know, no chair can replace the chair with my sister and stuff like that. But still, it was a gimmick, his gimmick. It's like taking away the lantern, you know, and stuff like that, you know, but I'm kind of I think that's it for the chair. But the build-up was really good.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, Lee, you watched Raw and SmackDown?
Yep.
Yeah, you watched it. Yeah, obviously they did the thing as well where Dean Ambrose appeared behind him on SmackDown, which is actually Jack's cover photo on Facebook. I think that is with Dean opening his mouth. It is. Yes, I just checked it.
Oh yeah, that was just before Survivor Series, wasn't it? That was.
Yeah, that was a good promo that worked as well. Yeah, that was actually quite funny. So yeah, that was good. Did you actually go on Google and type that in, or did you actually freeze frame on a video? Or just
freeze framed on a video. Easiest way to do it. Because it would be hard to Google. Bray Wyatt standing behind Dean Ambrose whilst yelling on SmackDown.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't get many images come up for that.
Because as we said, the story's build-up's been good and whatnot. Like, is this the first time like Sister Abigail's been back into a storyline since like before WrestleMania? Because since WrestleMania, Wyatt's been fed to Cena, then fed to Jericho, then that's it basically. You know, he's been basically just fucked over since WrestleMania, and like. You know, all mentions of Sister Abigail have more or less just been dropped, you know. Apart, so, you know, do you remember the Extreme Rules cage match between John Cena?
Shut up, Meg. Yeah.
Calling me Meg now. But the most awesome spot and the most cheesy spot at the same time. I'm really split by it. You know, when like. You know, the light cuts out and that fucking really deep voice starts singing. And I was shitting myself. I was just like, oh my god, this is fucking freaky. And then all of a sudden light comes on and it's that little kid. And for a split second it's still kind of scary. And then it's just like, then they do that stupid fucking promo afterwards. Like, you know, little, what's his name, little Johnny. I think what they could have done that with Sister Abigail instead. You know, just have a quick flash of some fucked up image of a lady on the Timetron. You know, just like singing along. You know, like maybe the audience don't see it fully. well, the TV audience, only like the live crowd could see the image or something like that. But either way, I'm just fucking rambling here. This is an idea I've had in my head for months. So back to this match now. Yeah, Sister Abigail. I'm really glad she's part of like Bray Wyatt's arc again now. Because now there's a point to his character other than just mindless ramblings. And Dean Ambrose, what do you guys reckon is going to happen after this? Like, they're going to carry on till at least to the Rumble, or they're just going to?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe. I mean, it's probably going to come to a point where they're probably both going to be in the Rumble, I'd imagine. But if they're both in the Rumble, then they wouldn't be having a match. So, but I wouldn't mind them in the Rumble, or I wouldn't mind having a match if I'm being honest. Like, it's like kind of like yeah, that's what I mean, but I don't know, I mean, I wouldn't have thought this match was the ender, because they've only really had 2 matches, haven't they?
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah. So... what about it is, like, do you reckon that it's going to continue into the Rumble pay-per-view, or do you reckon it'll go past the Rumble, up to, like, maybe even WrestleMania?
I mean... Yeah, I mean that would be great. I mean, if it went to WrestleMania, man. I mean, Dean and Bray had a match at WrestleMania, man. I mean, that could easily be the like the showstopper. You know what I mean? The best thing ever. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So it's just, I don't know. I mean, it's weird to say because I mean, obviously, when it comes to the Royal Rumble. It's obviously to a point where you've got to think, right, we need to fill numbers up here, so they're going to put as many people as they can in, but also to a point where you've got to think, well, obviously we're going to continue on Dean, Bray, we need to obviously. The point is though, if they don't put Dean Bray in, that means they're just going to put more jobbers or more quote surprise returns that are not going to really do anything. I mean, look at that. Look when the Godfather came back. Yay! Lasted 2 seconds and that was it.
And last year, fucking what was it? Kevin Nash and JBL.
Yeah, just Kevin Nash and JBL. Yeah, they didn't really last at all. Yeah, and then I think it was last year. Yeah, Nash. Yeah, Nash. Yeah, I was thinking like a few years back when Booker T actually that came back, but it wasn't. So yeah, but it's just like I don't know. It might, to answer your question, it might continue to the Rumble. I mean, I can't see why. They've only had 2 matches. It's been an amazing feud. I mean, why stop something that hasn't why stop something that doesn't need to go out, you know what I mean? So it might do. I mean, what about you, Lee? You reckon they're carrying it on or what?
Yeah, I reckon they will.
Yeah, I mean they probably will. Yeah,
I reckon they'll definitely do it till at least the Rumble. I'm just wondering if they'll do it past there. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, possibly. It really just depends. It depends on the fact of what they've got planned for WrestleMania, doesn't it? At the end of the day, because they do have a lot of things planned for WrestleMania, so it's kind of like.
Either way, I'd love to see Ambrose versus Wyatt or Ambrose versus Rollins. They could start that shit up again. That'd be a classic. But anyway, I just realised we've just spent like 7 minutes rambling about Bray Wyatt. Well, sorry, no, I've spent 7 minutes rambling about Bray Wyatt. I can't help it. I'm such a mark for him.
I mean, he's a good wrestler. Credit where credit's due, man. He's a fucking good wrestler. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, yeah, they've been doing a great feud regardless. They've been doing an amazing feud anyway. So, I mean, I'm hoping it keeps up. When Dean was versus Seth, Dean and Seth were going at it was good. Now Dean and Bray going at it is good. It seems to keep Bray keeping his main event sort of status, just getting up there. He's not just he's not jobbing or anything like that, which is really great. So yeah. I mean, but let's go back to TLC. We saw some really good spots. Dean throws the ladder on Bray as soon as the match even starts, and we got to point out here that Bray was also wearing the brown trousers again. Was he brown trousers or green trousers?
Brown trousers, yeah.
Brown trousers again, which I think are fucking weird to have. He throws the ladder on as soon as the match starts. Dean he runs off the what do you call it? The fucking, what's that table called where Renee Young and all that are? He runs off that table. The
time announcer table.
Yeah, the panel table. He runs off the panel table.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, he runs off that, doesn't he?
Yeah, that was awesome.
He ends up doing like an elbow drop to Bray Wyatt through 2 tables. Ends up doing it the big massive ladder at the end. What did Bray Wyatt actually do to Dean in this match? I can't actually remember. Did he actually do anything to Dean?
Well, he did a few offensive moves and whatnot, but it was mostly just Ambrose like twatting him most of the time.
Pretty much, yeah. Bray Wyatt hits Sister Abigail, but Dean kicks out. I think he used the chair like a couple of times with Dean. But yeah, no, Bray Wyatt wasn't really upping the views in a lot of the objects. It was mainly just Dean Ambrose like going like batshit crazy with everything he can do. Pretty much. Yeah, I think the first thing Dean gets on the turnbuckle, Bray Wyatt uppercuts him, and Dean Ambrose falls outside through the table, which is quite cool. He gets the bigger ladder, and then of course Dean, at the end of it, we see an end spot of Dean Ambrose finding the TV. He finds, and he looks at it, he's thinking like, and does that weird face, looks at the screen. So I mean, obviously we now know when people hide under the ring, they have a television under there, which is quite weird. I never knew that. I mean, hands up if you already knew that. I didn't know that. So there we go. Goes to hit him with it pretty much. The TV blows up in his face. Bray Wyatt hits Sister Abigail, and then Dean Ambrose wins. Not Dean, sorry, and then Bray Wyatt wins. So a bit of a weird ending, I have to say. I mean, what do you think? Good ending or what about that? Kind of a weird one, I have to admit. But what do you think on the ending?
With me, I'm just glad Bray Wyatt finally fucking won something. And yeah, it was Strange Ambrose. I think the fucking TV spot, a lot of people hated online.
Yeah.
I thought it was alright. I thought it was pretty hilarious, but I suppose it'd be better if Ambrose sold it more like, the TV just really fucking decimated him rather than like, oh, I'm blind, just stumbling around.
It was a bit of a weird one to end with. I mean, I would have thought it would have at least like maybe hit him with the TV and then done Sister Abigail. Ooh, maybe but the fact that it exploded, he tried to pull it and it went bang. And it was a bit of to a degree, it was a bit of a controversial ending. It was a bit of a weird one how to end the TLC match because I mean, end of the day it's TLC. They wasn't fighting for any belts or anything, so they had no like need to get up to the turn. But it's hard to as I was saying this to Michelle, I was saying that, like she thought the TLC match was going to be, all guns blazing. I was saying it was kind of hard to really because when you think the ladder match, they're only using one item and it's for the belt. So you've got a certain destination where to go. TLC didn't have anything on the line. It was just pinfall and you've got to use the element of table, ladder and chair. So you've got to understand obviously that it's going to be a lot more spot writing, a lot more thing, and they're not going to throw everything to the pace. Ladder match only required one ladder, so it was easy to write spots to ladder. So you see what I mean? So it wasn't going to be like... I hope people can understand what I'm saying there. It's not going to be... That's why the ladder match was so brutal and the TLC match. I thought, a little bit maybe watered down. There was a few, some good spots in it. I'm not getting me wrong. It was a good match, it was good for what it was worth. And if they do have a match at the Rumble, I'd like to see a last man standing between you two, if I'm being honest. I think that would be good. I mean, don't you think?
Well, as long as it doesn't end with, like, the last time Bray Wyatt was the last man standing match where Cena wins lol. By putting him, literally burying him underneath what that was, it that cabinet or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but I mean, it was. I don't know. Last man standing matches can be good. I just hope they are. I hope this one is. I hope if they did something they usually had last man standing matches at Royal Rumbles. So I mean, it would be good to see it in the last man standing match. Well, what would you two like to see Bray and Dean do next? I mean, they've had a TLC match. They've had a normal match. I mean, cage match maybe. Do you think they could do well in the cage match? Maybe.
Nah. I'm not saying they couldn't do well in a cage match. I'm just fucking fed up of seeing cage matches, especially the one that was on the Raw the following night.
Yeah, so I don't know. What about you, Lee? What would you want to see them in?
Not sure, really.
I got one. Brian and Panties match.
Oh, clearly. Oh, God. Clearly Bray Wyatt would win that shit. But, yeah. I think Hell in a Cell would be good. I think it'd be good to see them Hell in a Cell. I mean, I know Dean and Seth did an amazing job, but I think Bray Wyatt and Dean in Hell in a Cell, I think that would be like a good one as well. So, yeah, that would be a good one. So, yeah. So, that was it. That was TLC. That's how it ended. A lot of people were comparing it online. It wasn't... But is he still on the floor? He was comparing, NXT beat it. NXT was better. They needed to step up the game. And then, of course, there was a kayfabe news thing going around, the whole of NXT... What was it? The whole NXT got banned or something for actually showing talent or something? What was it?
For talent wellness violations. It's like...
Yeah.
They were tested positive for elevated levels of talent and entertainment value.
Yeah, it's just like, and you see some people in the comments. You always get one or two people that actually believe kayfabe news is real, and it just like makes me smile to think, there's an idiot out there. Yeah. There's someone out there that believes kayfabe news is real. So there we go. So right, so that was it. TLC match, good, not so bad. A few downer matches, just like I'll go with what Lee said. A few downer matches, a few good, and it's up and it's downs. Right, so let's give it a score rating. I'd give it a 4 to 5 out of 10. What about you?
Give it 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10, really? 6 out of 10.
And both, no, well, basically all those.
Are you eating food?
No, just but having a peanut.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so 6 out of 10 is quite a strong rating.
Well,
to be fair,
basically that's 3 stars for the Ziggler match and 3 stars for the Bray Wyatt match, and that's it.
Nothing else. What about you, Lee? What would you give it?
Between 5 and 6 out of 10.
5 and 6 out of 10. So you two guys are the same score. Me giving it a bit lower, 4 to 5. It was a good pay-per-view. I'm not saying it was terrible. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it was bad at all. It wasn't. It had its moments. It was your typical standard pay-per-view. So next, and obviously NXT held up as well. So next, we've got the Royal Rumble. So we were talking about this before we went on air, or we went recording. Royal Rumble winners. I'm thinking Roman Reigns is obviously going to be, it's obviously going to be, possibly the winner. I mean, what do you two think? We wanted Daniel Bryan as well, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, but Daniel Bryan's the wet dream if it turns out he's, well to return and whatnot. But as you said, it'll most likely be Roman Reigns, seeing as he's going to be the new Cena, basically.
I think it'll be Roman Reigns. As I said earlier in the podcast, I think we need to water it down. I mean, Lee, do you want a particular person you want to win, or are you not really fussed?
I'm not really fussed, to be honest.
Not really fussed. So if Roman Reigns won the Rumble, you'd be okay with that? You'd be annoyed with that? How do you feel towards that?
Yeah, I'd be cool with that.
You'd be cool with that? Yeah, again, I'm not going to go down the whole Roman Reigns discussion again. I've got my opinion. Some people might share it, some people might not. I'm not disclassing the man. I think he's talented. I just think they're maybe pushing it a bit too soon, if I'm being honest. So, but yeah, Royal Rumble next. One of my favourite pay-per-views other than WrestleMania, and hopefully next year me and Mr. Jack will be viewing WrestleMania together on the same television. Hopefully, anyway. But yeah, that'd be good. But yeah, Royal Rumble's next, one of my top favourite pay-per-views, so it should be interesting.
Yeah,
it should literally be interesting.
Just fingers crossed this Royal Rumble isn't a complete clusterfuck like last year's one. Well, sorry, it's still technically this year's one, should I say.
Yeah, well, I mean, well, to be fair, this year's Royal Rumble had Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan, and that was a fantastic match, to be honest.
Yep.
Like, that was a brilliant match.
And
that was probably.
And the rest of it was just grade A shite.
I suppose it was to a point. I can't really remember that much about it. I think wasn't The Rock in this year's one, or was that last year's one?
I think it's last year's one, because this
last
one.
Year's one, yeah.
Yeah. This one, it was the next match after that was Brock versus Big Show, and it was just 20 minutes of Brock just hitting Big Show over steel chairs, so that was boring as shit. And finally, the third match, which is strange, it was only 3 matches before the Rumble match kicked in. It was John Cena versus Randy Orton, and the crowd absolutely fucking just went ape shit on that match, just like basically showing WWE like, no, we don't want this match, fuck right off. And then of course the Royal Rumble match, everyone was cheering for Daniel Bryan because we think, there'll be the surprise entrant near the end, and then
send out Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Rey Mysterio?
Yeah, and Mysterio unfortunately got unfairly booed.
Yeah, because there's a meme of Triple H in the backstage kind of laughing. I had the chat and Daniel Bryan send out Rey Mysterio. Which was a little bit funny to a degree. So it should hopefully be good next year. Hopefully next time, guys, we will literally have Aaron as well. Aaron and Lee are the 2 new people joining us. I hope Lee has enjoyed himself today, and I hope you've all enjoyed listening to him as well, because we thought of making this a 4-man person. But yeah, we've enjoyed talking about TLC. We'll be back for Royal Rumble, hopefully. Well, I'm hopefully we'll be back for Royal Rumble. There's obviously any problem. There shouldn't be. What with my daughter dropping out not literally dropping out, she's going, water's broke. She's falling out. Oh my god, now I'm dad. What with her dropping out after any pay-per-view after February podcast may go on hold for a while. I don't know. Jack was going to be moving at some point. I don't know if he is, and I might be moving again at some point. And Lee, I don't know, maybe he might be just going to clown college or something. I don't really know. But, I know you're not, man. I'm only having a laugh. But I mean, yeah, as I said, it's New Year next year. We're going to try and keep Wrassle Cast going through this year, next year, and every other year. But yeah, that's good. We've got Lee and Aaron join. Hopefully, Aaron will be all four of us next time. And we are an idea we're going to do is bring in other subjects as well as Wrassle Cast, pay-per-view talks, and probably other discussions as well. We did have an idea of doing a sideshow, but we're not sure if we're doing that. So yeah. But yeah. Unless there's anything more to say, anything else to say about TLC? I don't know, is there really?
No, that was that was me, Peter Metalhead, my ever lovely co-host.
Me, LVD Darvan Raven,
and our new alliance. The heel turn. He's joined our stable now. Lee.
Yeah. Alright, see you next week, guys. See you at the Royal Rumble.
Bye bye.